in addition to these things that are happening, something I wanted to talk about something personal real quick. So I don't know if Tiffy's still there in the background. Oh, she. Oh yeah. Oh, awesome. So I wanted to talk about. I have decided that this year would be a good year for me to start catching up on some animes that I hadn't necessarily had an opportunity to watch. I caught up on a show called I don't know if y'all watched this, but Carl Jones mentioned a show called
Black
uh,
Dynamite.
what was it?
Black Dynamite.
No. Black Dynamite was dope, but Cyberpunk. I don't know if y'all saw
Oh,
Cyberpunk.
Mm-mm.
It's an interesting watch. I would even say it's kind of a hard watch, because it gets a little graphic. Caught up on One Punch Man, which is something that I started and hadn't finished, but I finally finished it.
oh
I
man,
finished it.
I
That
love that.
show
I love
could
it.
be a live action, but they would have to be. It would have to be done so because it's really a monster based show. The shit's so funny. Hunter x Hunter. I finally finished. I mean, I started it like back in the day, but I
Damn, you
finally
got
finished.
all your anime done.
Yeah. Right now, I'm finishing up JoJo. I had been watched it from back in the day. I know everybody's favorite isn't JoJo, but I fucking love JoJo. It's hilarious to me. Jotaro calls his mom a bitch and shit. It's completely it's disrespectful, but it's funny. But one of the things that I had never saw because I always felt that it was just outside my wheelhouse. It felt like it was for kids. Was the last Airbender. Tiffy, I'm gonna go ahead and bring you in on this if it's okay. Is that okay? All right, I see. All right, cool. There she is. So I got an opportunity to see the last Airbender. Why am I bringing this up? Is because right now the last Airbender is about to be brought into the live action universe. Here is a quick pic of the live action version of Aang, who does look spot on. But this is kind of going in the same direction as One Piece, which actually just came out as well. And I know everybody here is not a big One Piece fan. I'm not as well myself, but I did get an opportunity to check it out. Did anybody here see it?
Yeah,
Yeah. What's your thoughts on it, homeboy?
I loved it. I loved it. I thought as far as like you know, the cast, I think they did a really good job with the cast. And my man Monkey D. Luffy is a star. The gum gum the way he sets up
Gum Gum.
the way he sets up all his moves and the call outs of the moves and stuff like that. I thought that was dope. I wasn't a huge One Piece fan. I
Yeah.
honestly started watching maybe the first season, and I probably got to maybe episode 6, and I was like, do I really want to invest in this long journey? This is a pretty
Yeah.
long journey. And I did the right thing for my mental health and said no. So, but as far as the movie goes, just from a pure entertainment standpoint,
Yeah.
very entertaining, and I found myself really liking him at the and
Yeah.
kind of investing in the characters. And one particular who I am so interested to see is Dracul Mid what's his name? Mihawk.
Yeah.
Mihawk.
Okay. The dude with the golden eyes.
Yeah, yo, my man is interested in. He fought my man with yo. That we ain't
Yeah.
even gonna do. We ain't even gonna do. My man was like, he was like, yo, what you doing? He was like, yo, look, I don't even got time with you, but
Yeah.
I'm gonna entertain it. I'm gonna entertain it. You don't realize how nice this dude is, and then you see it, and you're like, okay, let's
Yeah.
talk more about it. Let's
Dig
get
it.
into
Dig it. Tiffy, have you ever watched One Piece? Are you into it?
No, no. Someone called it 1,000 pieces one time, and that was enough for me to like
That's
not
what
get it.
I see it.
I well, and it's not even the length of it. It's not my
Right.
type of anime. Like it's not something that I would have picked up anyway. So, and which is not to say it's bad. It's just not my type of anime. Give me the magical girls. I want to see the
Yeah.
sparkles. Maybe we can have a nice slice of life, and we're just cooking in the kitchen, and all of our clothes are busting off. That's more my speed. Like, right. So I'm not against it. I love that there's something like that, like this, that exists, because when I hear people talk about dope moments from the show, I'm like, oh, that just sounds like that's dope, period. I'm not
Right.
going to go on this journey to figure out how we got there, so I
Right.
don't want
Right.
to miss out. So I will definitely watch. Is it a show or a movie?
It's a
it's
show.
a
Show.
series.
8 episodes.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's a series. Yeah, I will. I'll definitely watch this because it looks entertaining. I don't know the connection To the
Yeah,
anime, I don't know. Now,
same,
how are they
same.
able to tell this story in just 8 episodes? How much filler is there? So I will definitely watch.
Kev, you a One Piece fan?
I'm not a One Piece fan, but what I hear that I like about this is that they really took from the anime, and they actually
Mhm.
had people who were involved in the original anime making this. I heard that this is different than any other live action reboot, and from what I'm seeing online, the fans are very receptive to it. Most
Yeah,
other shows, when they make a live action version, they fans are pissed. Like
yeah,
they don't do it justice. But this one, I hear it, so I'm definitely gonna give it a shot.
yeah, yeah. Excuse me, Nolly. What about you? You a One Piece fan?
I am not, but my partner is. And so I was like, all right, I'm going to go on this journey with you. Bet.
Well,
2 episodes in, I'm asking all these questions. I'm like, who that? Why we get there? What's going on? Who is this? Okay, bet. That's cool. Okay, but what about this? Hold on. What you mean? And then I was like, how many episodes does this have? And he's like 600. And I'm like, okay, so have they found the One Piece? And he's like, no. And I'm like, how you got 11 episodes, but you ain't found the One Piece? I don't understand. The
How
math
hard is
is
this
not
piece to
math.
find?
How
Like,
Yeah.
big is the world? Like,
what is
what?
the piece? Is it a puzzle? Why aren't we 3D printing one just
Why
to
has
fill it
nobody
in?
found
Like,
it? It's been 25 years and ain't nobody found the One Piece in 11 episodes and 25 years. Then y'all not looking in the right place. You give up.
it
But
doesn't
I'm
make any
invested
sense.
now. I'm invested. I might start the anime today. Don't know. But the live action, I'm into it. I'm really enjoying it. And I'm like, it feels like I'm watching an anime and not just like a live
you just hit
action.
it.
Like it is the right amount of corny with
Yes.
the right amount of live action that you need, and it feels like it plays like a fucking anime. And I'm like, okay, Netflix, I see you finally doing something right.
You 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 hit exactly where I was gonna go. But before I go there, Ty, were you a One Piece fan?
Nah, I think I said that. I can't I couldn't
Yeah,
do
you
it.
just
That journey is too that was too long of a journey. But as far as just from a pure entertainment standpoint and not knowing all that the lore and everything that goes into the anime, I felt as though the cast was spot on. Like the dude who plays Monkey D. Luffy, his energy is infectious. He just has such a positive outlook on life. He's like, look, if you got a dream, you owe it to yourself to go chase it. And matter of fact, because you told me your dream, we're gonna chase it together, damn it. And I'm like, I'm with you, dude. Like, I'm with, like that. Where have you been all my life? You know what I mean? So that is what I think makes it such an exciting television series, an anime, series, and again, the way that everybody bounces off each other, and again, his energy is so infectious, man. You'll just see it
Yeah.
as you continue to go through the story, and you're like, yo, this dude never get like he's never like that. You could tell them 20 million. Like just the question was why is 600 episodes we still haven't found a One Piece. Yo, because he'll never give up. This motherfucker, he will sit there and ride forever to be who he wants to be.
What's up, Tiffy?
One, it's over 1,000 episodes. It's like
Oh my
1,027 because I
Oh
made
my
a
God.
joke about it. And then
Do the math.
I was like, yeah, 1,000 episodes, something. And then I looked it up. I'm like, it really is over 1,000. That's crazy.
Are you fucking
But
kidding me?
But here's my question, and I'm not trying to be funny. Is the One Piece literally is it more like a metaphorical one piece of information? Is it a physical one piece of a thing?
So
Oh, go ahead.
so
Good question.
it's actually a treasure hoard. It's supposed to be the treasure hoard of the greatest pirate ever.
And whoever possesses it becomes known
king of the
as the
pirates.
king
King of the
of
pirates.
the pirates, which is what Luffy always aspired to
Oh,
be.
yeah.
Aspired to be. I feel like someone in his camp got the One Piece, they got the secret to the One Piece. I know nothing of this show, but if that you don't look for something for that long, maybe he doesn't deserve to be the fucking pirate king if it's taking that long to find the motherfucker. Maybe he is not worthy of it because I don't think he's worthy if it's taking that long to find it.
Let me say this. I am not a One Piece fan, and I don't say that as like I don't like it. I just say that I would never take the valor of a legitimate One Piece fan. You know what I'm saying? I'm a Spider-Man fan, Star Wars fan, Star Trek fan. You're not gonna take those from me, but I'm not gonna sit and step into a One Piece fandom when I'm not. Having said that, my objection was to my objective was to watch this and to see if it was worth watching the anime. You know what I'm saying? Is this going to make it interesting for me? I asked my daughter, I was like, yo, do you watch One Piece? Because she's in the anime too. She's like, I'm not really into the pirate shit. You know, I mean, she didn't say shit. You know, she could have it. But yes, I was like, okay, cool. That makes sense. So I went into One Piece expecting to not be into it. I went into it like, let's see if this can galvanize my attention. I'll give it an episode and I'll give it the next episode test. Y'all know what the Netflix next episode test is?
Right.
Get to the end of the episode. Do you stop it before it goes to the next episode or do you just let it go to the next episode? It went to the next episode. I was like, okay, cool. I'm with it. The first thing I noticed was the depiction of Luffy himself. It looks like they made him somehow Latino of some sorts. Am I wrong there? That's what he is, right? I don't know if that's what he was in the actual cartoon, in the anime or not. But it seems like they've went out of their way to give him a Latin-based root. Now, for One Piece fans out there, correct me if I'm wrong, I don't think that they established him as a Latin character in the anime. All right? So somebody let me know if I'm wrong there. But I thought that was dope.
And they in Japan?
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. I don't think they are. This is not a I don't think that this happens.
Yeah, pirates in Japan?
Well, I don't think this happens. Well, I don't think that the Earth that we're on is like the Earth that we're on. You know what I'm saying? Like, am I wrong?
It's just a place. It's not specific to any region.
I feel like most animes like are very ambiguous with race.
Yeah, they spread this world out into 4 sections of the sea. Like, so it's when people say we're from the blue sea or the blue
the east,
the east, you know what I'm saying? Like that's how their world is.
It's kind of like in Avatar, where there's like just the fire.
No, in Avatar, they're all Asian. They're all some degree of Asian. You might be mainland Asian. You could be island Asian. Like they're all Asian, and they're all based off of Asian cultures. So I just didn't know because you're saying he's not Latino, but would he be? But again, I'm not familiar with the show, so I don't know.
Well, with that, I just meant like in Avatar, and you're right. They are Asian.
They put in Latinos in everything, dog.
Where are you from? Where are you from? I know what that
I love him. I love this man.
The way that Nolly looked up.
Shout out to my Latinx people. I just watched Blue.
That's where you were. But what I mean is that in his actual character, you know what I'm saying? In the land of Avatar, in the land of the Last Airbender, there's Fire Nation, but all these other nations, and then but there's not like Canada, you know what I'm saying, or like Spain,
right.
You know what I'm saying? Like
I see what you're saying.
That's what I mean by like in this world, it's not like a defined like is a Latino really even a thing? Is there really a thing called Japan? You know what I'm saying? So I don't know if that pertains to it.
Yeah.
So this is here's some of the characters. Like this is Luffy in the middle, right? So Luffy, oh shit.
That's the real version?
This is the actual live action adaptation of Luffy. You know what I'm saying? So when you see him in the middle, these are all of the characters. And I gotta say, man, these characters, I'm not really familiar with the actual characters, but they look animated. You know what I'm saying? Like they actually look like anime characters. This is what Luffy looks like from the anime versus what he looks like in real life. And it's kind of like, ambiguous, what type of background it is. So the fact that they went, because Tiffy, he's not just Latin looking. He's got a heavy Latin accent. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like,
does he?
Yes. In the live action, not the show, you're saying.
The live action.
I'm not going to like that.
In the show,
it's not bad.
I'm not gonna like that. Nah.
I don't know, because it makes so much sense. The way that they do it, like it makes so much sense. So I kind of like that they gave him a strong. They could have just made him look like that and have him talk like a
Right.
regular American, but he has a strong accent, and it almost seems deliberate, kind of like they did with Flash's mom.
Oh, I didn't like that at all.
Yeah, you and Ty, y'all should be best friends. Y'all,
Yeah.
y'all should talk
I'm
more.
a little bit xenophobic. I didn't even like Moon Knight when Oscar Isaac had the
Oh
strong
my God,
British
nigga,
accent. I was like, come
how do you
on.
be that? And you live in Kissimmee, which is where they
Yeah.
ship Puerto Ricans. Like, how the
Yeah.
fuck?
Yeah. That's
All right,
probably
I'm
why I don't
sorry.
like it.
I'm
I don't like
sorry.
it.
It's Kissimmee and not Kissimmee.
No,
Yeah.
yeah, only people from
Kissimmee.
out of town
Kevin,
say
I was asking
Kissimmee.
Vince.
well, he lives there. He actually lives there. So,
But
nah.
I was just talking to
But
you.
yeah, Kissimmee is how we know whether or not you're from or are familiar with the area or not. You know what I'm saying? It's
I've
said,
never heard it out loud, but I've always like, oh, Kissimmee. That's a cute
yeah,
little name.
when you look at it, you think Kissimmee because that's what it looks like. But the people that live here are like Kissimmee. You know what I'm
Only
saying?
people
And we,
from out
you
of
know,
town say Kissimmee.
I've always said Kissimmee because I'm Spanish, and so I thought that's how it was pronounced. But I'm glad I know I was saying it right this whole time.
I mean, truth be
Yeah.
told, fuck it all. I mean, I'm sure it was an appropriated name anyway. You know what I'm saying? So we're probably still saying it wrong. You know what I mean?
Hello, how Florida, one of the most racist states, but half of our cities, towns, and streets are fucking indigenous American names.
Because that's what they.
Eat
That's
on
the way
Lava
they
Tree.
try.
Say
That's
that
the
five
country in
times
general.
fast.
Fucking California, like literally everywhere. La Jolla, El Cajon, Hammershaw, like all of the like.
The country as a whole, Chicago, like all of the places that we are naming, like are Native
Yeah, but
We
American.
got
in
the
Florida,
nerve to-
the difference is Florida. I mean, y'all want to get historical. Florida was a slave state. Cali wasn't. We're going down a whole
Weren't we
different
Mexico
pathway.
though? I think California took the
It's
land
basically
from
North
Mexico and was
Mexico,
like,
Cali.
we're California now. We probably didn't even change none of these names.
I love it. It's like
It was
sand
probably
lost
pirates. It was probably Luffy who did that shit.
track.
That's why that
probably
nigga's
Luffy.
Hispanic. That's why he's
That's
Hispanic.
The
He
fact
was
that
looking for the One Piece in California. We ain't have it.
Yeah.
the fact that
The gold
the
rush.
San Diego baseball team is called the Fathers. It's translated as the Fathers. Like Padres.
I'm
means
always,
fathers.
as a kid, I'm like, this is a stupid name. Wait, and like when you're a kid in San Diego, our historical landmarks, they take you to Old Town where it's old pueblos and vistas and clay buildings. And you're just like, this is Mexican as fuck. And that's great. But let's be real about the history.
Yeah.
This was not ours. We stole this. Like,
Literally. This
Yeah.
is where the British stole all our stuff, to quote Paviteur. So in this particular instance, I will say this, and I know I said at the beginning we didn't want to promote, you know what I'm saying, items. So if anybody happens to look up and let me know what the writer of One Piece is, I want to definitely make sure that they get their props. But in terms of just a discussion, I would say that this show, like it passes the regular watcher test. You know, if you're just a watcher of good content, it's got the characters are so easy to fall in love with. You know what I'm saying? Like it, and Nolly hit it on the head. Watching it feels like an anime. Like it feels like you know, remember we were talking about Sucker Punch the other week in our group chat and how dope of a movie it was, but how it just lacked everything other than like scripting was like, plot was, but the fight scenes, the characters, whew, on point.
I love Sucker Punch. Oh my god.
Oh, I love the action. I mean, the story is a whole other subject, but the action is second to none. It was literally one of the first movies I saw. I was like, this is an anime film with anime action scenes. If they had just let anybody else write it. What's up, Tiffy?
I'm so sorry, but it's just so funny. I just got to talk about Sucker Punch for a second. Because her whole thing, every scene was like, she's such an amazing dancer. And then like, she just has these powers. But they never showed her dancing because the actress could not dance. Because she would just be like...
Crazy.
Like the
Crazy.
two women in the Chun-Li movie when they were like...
Yo, you gonna quit slandering my Chun-Li movie, yo. I still stand by that movie, yo.
His name was Stephen Mata, by the way, the writer
Stephen
for
Mata?
One Piece.
Okay, I got Stephen Mata and I got Ichiro Oda. Okay, cool. But yeah, man, but yeah, you're right, yo. The freaking Sucker Punch, it was so weird. Their action sequences were imaginary dances. I wanna be down, or to give them the Madam Zay joint. Like
I want them to put in an R&B song so bad and just like the Little Kim and the Mary J. Blige type.
Do the Mary
Missy.
J. Blige straight?
Like
Oh,
I
do
gotta,
the
I
genuine.
gotta distract this man so my homegirls can sneak into the kitchen to get the knife to get the
Yeah,
key
that's
to
his
escape
child.
this whorehouse.
Okay, honey.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
but for this, yo, I think that
Yes.
if this is a sign of things to come, then I am looking forward to additional anime adaptations because whoever it is that put their foot into this, it feels like
Yeah,
they
but
took
they
the
were
time.
making it.
They took the time to say, look, we know we got to please the anime fans, and we have to make it something that people who have never heard of the show are still interested in. And I feel like they walked that line, which gives me hope, Tiffy, for the upcoming Avatar project. Now, again, I know we're not talking about all this stuff, but I just wanted to inform you because it was you that gave me the idea of getting caught up on Avatar, and I have. And I have to say, I watched Aang, I watched Korra, and then I went back and watched the last Airbender movie, and I still don't hate it. I still don't hate it. I still don't hate the movie, man. I can see why people are mad at it. I can see, especially with the way that they depicted Korra as a fairer skinned. She was clearly at least of a darker hue. And definitely how they didn't really tap into a lot of Aang's character in the movie.
Well,
And,
riddle
and
me this.
Zuko, I
I'm
think they
so sorry
cheated on
because
Zuko.
I was not able to finish the movie or
Oh,
get very far. Cora is in the movie, the
No.
live
oh,
action.
I'm sorry. I said Korra. I mean Katara. I'm sorry.
Oh,
Katara.
okay, I was like, cause how? And that goes against everything. Does Aang die in that
Nah,
same movie?
They
Like,
only do the first book, I believe. It's just the
yes,
water. Yeah.
exactly. It's
okay.
water.
I mean, my goal is not to get anyone to hate something, but if you're gonna be a stan of something, be like, yeah, Avatar is so great, and your only base for that is the live action movie, cool.
Right.
Believe that Avatar is dope, but let's show you how actually like how dope it
Yeah.
is. Let's
Oh,
show you
yeah.
the true dopeness of this series so that you fully understand.
And I respect that. And I want to be clear. I didn't say I loved the movie. I said I didn't hate it. I'm saying I didn't hate it. I didn't love it. I didn't love it, but I didn't hate it. I still think that it was a fairly decent adaptation. I think it could have been done better. And I definitely think that he skipped a lot of steps. But with the tools that he had, I think he did a fairly decent job. But you're right, it is
Shyamalan?
incomparable to the actual, in Shyamalan. I mean, for his first action thing, instead of being Lady in the Water or freaking Unbreakable, I think it was fairly decent. But the actual original, it was so heart when I first saw Avatar, when I saw Aang go into the Avatar state, because of what they did to Appa. Like Appa was the reason why like his care for individuals was just so high. And so I just love that. Oh shit. Oh, okay. Hiccup. Let's rearrange this again. All right, let me see. Let's put this here. Let me see. Let's play musical squares. Put this here, and then we're gonna go ahead and put the young lady back up here like this, and then all right, for our last couple minutes. Anyway, so I was intrigued with it. And Korra. Oh, why are you teleporting?
He was like, I don't want to be up there with you.
All right, you know what? I believe you. If that's what we're doing, all right, I'll leave it where it is. She's going. I'm like, all right. No. All right. So anyway, so I'm hopeful. I'm hopeful with this upcoming Avatar. What I'm scared of is them trying to do too much too quickly. Because what Avatar, what the actual series had at its for its advantage was the ability to do like a 20 episode season. You know what I'm saying? So you could flesh all the characters out. They haven't been doing that with these Netflix shows. They've been 6 shows, 8 shows, 10 shows. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm a little nervous about. But I'm excited.
Oh yeah, I think it can work because when you're watching Avatar, there's a lot of filler episodes. There's a lot like things that are cool in the moment, but maybe not so essential. The entire like Washitong, and I'm sure I'm butchering that pronunciation, but at the library, like with the owl guy, that was an important moment because when they found out when they could defeat the Fire Nation, we don't need that to be a whole moment. We could get that information a whole nother way. So And I feel like especially during the pandemic or whenever Avatar got popular again when it was on Netflix, I think that the fan response has been so strong, and what has been driving, because it's not just this live action adaptation that we're getting Avatar content across the board. It's actually crazy how much Avatar stuff we're getting. To be perfectly honest, there's so much to talk about outside of the struck work. Like, if we like something, New Blood Order can be the one putting people on to this, things like that. But like, there's so much that's happening with Avatar, and it came from the fans being like, "Oh, we still fuck with this heavy," and the creators being like, "Say word." So I think them knowing how passionate the fans are about it, they want to do right by us. I mean, clip this for later. I don't want to have to eat these words and be like, "It sucks, nothing's good anymore." Like, but I feel like they're coming into it with the right energy, because specifically the fan response was so strong. People weren't talking about Avatar like that. And then it got popular again after it hit Netflix. And it was just like, we love Avatar and we're old enough to express it with our wallets. Give us what we want. So
nice. What other projects are you talking about quickly while we're wrapping up? You said they got other things coming out?
Books that are coming out. There's the live action project. There's another live action project outside of Netflix, because the original creators, weren't fucking with Netflix's vision for it. So they started to do their own projects. There are video games coming up. There's the tabletop game that's been released for it. There's just all sorts of shit. I got the cookbook, my nigga. Like, we can. They did the Air Nomads dirty. I was like, I would never dine with the Air Nomads, but the Earth Kingdom and the Fire Nation, like, there's just so much. There's just Avatar everywhere if you're an Avatar fan.
Oh, I'm on board. I am officially on board. I'm not gonna lie. The only critique I had, and I know we're down to our last couple minutes. Only critique I had from watching the first one, the original with Aang and with Katara, was I was like, the action is lackluster. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it was 2007, 2006. So I was like, all right, not much action, but I like the spirit of it. But then I watched Korra, and oh my god, I like
violence on violence on.
These niggas was blood bending and shit. These niggas was lightning bending.
It was
my nigga, like, yo, I lost it.
They taking everything.
Vince, next episode, I'm so sorry, we got to bring this subject back, because there's too much good stuff to talk about in Avatar and in that world. It needs more time, but besides a few minutes at the end of the episode, we got to bring this back.
They was doing a lot at the end of the show. There was urine bending at one point. I was like, yo, what is this? What is this?
I don't want to talk about this with Kevin anymore.
My bad. I just saw it. I saw it was going crazy. I was like, yo, these niggas is piss painters out here. This is crazy. It's a lot.
I'm sorry. Oh my goodness.
I'm so sorry.
It's just the way he takes something so fun and just makes it.
Why was they doing that?
The way I
Why was Korra doing that?
Oh, I'm sorry. That shit's funny. I'm sorry. Anyway,
sorry, I apologize.
You're not fucking sorry. Don't lie. Like,
Timmy just bring it out trenches, yo. We've been in comedy shows, battling crowds and shit.
I'm waiting hilarious for this nigga to be funny. Like, I understand.
Man, he's got some bangers, man.
Did you hear my reggae soca joke while you was offline?
Thank God. Hopefully not. That's the one.
I did.
That shit was baller. That shit was next level comedy, baby.
That one was funny.
Next level comedy.
The Bizarro 407.
That whole moment was very hilarious. Like this, because I couldn't see it anymore, but I could hear, and just the silence after the joke was said.
Clip it up.
We will clip it. Either way, we got to get out of here. We're down to our last 55 seconds or so. I want to shout out Omar, shout out Steph, shout out my man Tyrone, who aren't able to be with us, and Yaz, of course. And thank you, even for Tiffy pulling up while she's at the spa, getting pampered. I know that's the room, just kidding. Nolly, Ty, Big Kev, appreciate y'all for showing up. And for you that's watching, please, thank you so much. Don't hesitate to share, like, and comment, and be your authentic self, like we always say. If you're not, you're being fake. And in all things, if you're a geek, please go ahead and let that geek flag fly. And follow us on all of our joints.
I love the New Blurred Order. You should too.
Let me get all this 10p Wayne. same old thing. I've been